Hey, good morning. It's Monday, May 12th. Welcome back to Everyday Talks 24/7. Really great to start another week with you. This week I will be talking about the energizing power of our words, of our language. See, language is not a random thing that just came to us through the process of evolution. Right from the beginning, Adam and Eve were people who spoke, understood, and responded to language. They communicated. God designed them that way, with words. Our words have great power, and they create within us an energy, which we then in turn communicate to others, either for positive and good or negative and destruction. So there's 6 basic ways that language energizes us. And there are probably many more, but I'm just going to do 6 this week. And the first thing I'm going to look at is that language either harms or it heals. It brings healing to us, or it brings destruction. See, there's no neutrality in language. Everything is about bringing honor to God, being faithful to God. If we're not honoring God, then we're not in neutral land. We are in dishonor. We are not bringing our lives in conformity with what He wants. See, our flesh tells us there's this big neutral area, big gray area. Yes, we can be concerned about God. Yes, we could turn away from God. Yes, our language could be helpful or it could be destructive. But there's this whole big line of words that are in the middle, and they don't really matter. But since everything has been done for the glory and honor of God, since God is always present with us, He's never not here, if you can allow that. He's right here, right now. You wouldn't speak disrespectfully to someone that you value greatly if they were always with you. Well, God is always with us. So our language matters, and it has great power and energy. A kind word heals and soothes wrath. A harsh word stirs it up, like the Proverbs teach us. So this first function we're going to look at today, language either heals or it harms. It brings great hope or it brings despair. There is nothing random. We always have the opportunity to honor God and encourage others. And God designed our words to do that. That's why it's important that we see language not as something that evolved or as a cultural phenomenon, but as actually an attribute of God communicated to us so that we can bring honor to Him and give blessing to each other. A great passage which illustrates this is Ephesians 4:29. Don't let any rotten words come out of your mouth, but only what is helpful for building others up according to their needs, so that it might benefit those who listen. The rotten words, some translations say unwholesome talk, but the Greek word there is for putrid. It's meant to be disgusting. And words that do not heal, words that do not bind up, words that do not care, words that do not love, they're destructive words. That's what I was saying. There's no neutrality here. We need to give careful thought to our words so that we're not tearing apart, so that we're not separating, but that we are unifying, bringing help, hope, and healing. We never know when someone is hurting, so we may think our words don't matter. But how many times has someone said to you, that I really needed that. And I didn't even know that. I wasn't even thinking about that. But if we're conscious of bringing honor to God, if we're conscious of speaking words that will benefit that person according to where they are so that they can actually receive it and be helped by it, if we gave that kind of conscious thought, is that instead of, an offhanded thought, or I don't care, or I'm too busy, or words that are not building. If we gave conscious thought, not saying those things, but actually concentrated on someone and saying, how can I be a blessing to this person? But when I'm offhanded, when I think only about my needs, my words become rotten words. They become destructive words. Your words are agents for great power of healing or great power of harm and destruction. And that's a function of language. And that's how language energizes us, either for good or for bad. You know very well how language is energy for bad. Just have a conversation where you egg someone on, where you put yourself first, and the forest fire of words and anger and bitterness that erupts from it. Where did it come from? It came from our words. Or the words that bring healing. So that I'm not giving rotten words, I'm only going to give those words which are going to bring hope and healing and health. That's what God's called us to. Language, words, tremendous energy, either for healing and grace or for destruction and hurt and brokenness. We'll continue with this tomorrow. Thank you for being here, and Lord willing, we'll see you on Tuesday when we look at the second function. You have a great day. Bye-bye.